This man snapped a blade in half with nothing but his bare hands. Furious, Mark fired back with both fists. The impact sent the man flying. Mark's fists were tougher than steel, but William quickly unleashed his 5 Venoms Dark technique. In an instant, the veins across his body bulged. Toxic venom surged through every inch of him. Before Mark could even react, William struck first. His palm strikes were vicious. Every hit came faster than the last. Mark had no chance to dodge. William slashed his arm open, and the poison in the wound spread through his body at terrifying speed. Mark lost every ounce of strength to fight back. William kicked him to the ground. Then he stomped hard on his chest. Right then, Mark's son rushed in and begged for mercy. He pleaded with William to spare his father's life. William stared at the crying boy in silence. For a moment, he decided to let Mark live. But no one saw what was coming next. William grabbed Mark and lifted him straight off the ground. Then he hurled him into the raging river. Seeing her husband thrown into the water, Eve's heart shattered. Without thinking about her own life, she jumped in after him. Luckily, a huge tree caught both Eve and Mark. When Eve finally woke up, she fought through the pain and dragged Mark toward the shore. Then she used 2 branches to make a rough stretcher, and pulled him toward safety. But the terrain was steep and brutal. The stretcher slipped from Eve's hands. Just as Mark was about to tumble off the cliff, a woman suddenly appeared and saved him. She was a legendary healer, living completely cut off from the world, deep in the mountains. After bringing Mark and Eve back to her home, the healer used silver needles to draw the poisoned blood out of Mark's body, and that saved his life. But when Mark woke up, he realized his right arm was broken. Now he couldn't even lift a bowl. For a lifelong fighter, this completely broke him. He felt useless. He believed he could never save his son from William. Defeated and hopeless, Mark started drinking every day. But with Eve constantly pushing him forward, and the healer guiding him, he slowly returned to his martial arts training. He began rebuilding the strength in his arm. With one hand, he forced himself to carry an 800-pound log. Day after day, he trained like a madman. Also, he could one day get revenge on William. Mark stared at the ancient tree outside his home. In his mind, the bark became William's armor. Every day, he ripped it apart with his bare hands. But one day, during training, Mark noticed someone standing at the top of the tree.